Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Black Ice with me, Alpha Omega, and Turkey. So the date is 10th of January 1941, welcome to 1941, and our units are closer than ever to being ready to invade the dreaded Soviet Union. However, we still have a little bit of a deficit that we need to address, which is mostly in regards to the machine gun. I'm going to start by actually showing you the current situation with our mountain infantry. You can see that I have renamed them. They now all have their unique name. It's starting with the number and then Da, which means a mountain. But in some cases, like the Avada, which is a mountain range in Turkey, it would be redundant. So, oh, and I see that I actually made a typo here. How did that happen? Can I just fix that? It wouldn't be me if there wasn't some kind of an issue. Okay, now it's fixed. Alright, but yeah, you can see that we have each of the units having their own name. It's mostly based on geography or certain elements from Turkish mythology. So I'm happy to have those. Now, we also mentioned that we are going to, at this point, play a little bit with our factory. So let's make good on that promise and do just that. I'm going to take one factory from the radios and put it on machine guns so that we have a bit more production over there. And considering we now have enough armored cars, you might probably get to one per day exactly. So I'm going to take one factory from you and put it on the light anti-tank, which I think is going to be a really good choice for us at this point. Alrighty, that sounds like a good change. Now we are going to get more factories soon. Another military factory is going to close off the production of the light anti-tank. And then, believe it or not, it's going to be time to start producing our motor rolls, which, again, could be a good thing, could be also a horrible thing, but we need to do it anyway. So, the next motor roll is going to come in 40 days, and once it does, we're going to put it up for production. I will probably try to steal some factories somewhere. I have no idea where. I might take one from the mountain artillery. I might take an additional one from the light vehicles. We'll see. We'll see. And then, of course, any factory that we will produce will go on that, but we have, oh, looky, torpedo bombing is finished. We have a, big deficit of airplanes. Actually, I think I can show you that. Yeah, 119. So, we are not gonna get that. I might actually go ahead and just disperse the squadrons that we have and create a completely new one. Either way, fortress defense, that's something that we really want. It helps with recovery rate of our units and lowers attrition and increased max entrenchment. Entering deep defenses of concrete blockhouses, machine gun nest, turrets, tunnels, command posts, and trenches extending back for several kilometers. So good on us. We're gonna burn 25 army XP, which is gonna cut the time to half. And I think that's the last one. And then we can actually start research. Yes, then we can start research of the World War II doctrines, which is great. Alright, we finished Transport Trucks 2, which we did specifically because we wanted the desert warfare equipment. Well, we did want that. So let's just do that now. Desert warfare requires movement and fighting in extreme conditions, lack of fresh water and high visibility. Desert environment requires specialized equipment such as dust and sand filters, hot weather uniforms, unique camouflage, and an attention to particular logistics needed, such as extra water. Desert support companies contain personnel specifically trained and equipped for desert warfare. How much for you in this? The difference is literally 4 days. Not gonna do that. Alright, and two things are happening. A, we can start with the war propaganda. So I'm gonna do that. That's gonna boost our weekly change of war support by 0.7. And our weekly change of stability is gonna be now 0.4 for the next 3 months. Second, we are really getting critical with food. So I don't have much of another choice but to start importing food. So 3 factories should turn it around. Let's see how much we're gonna gain. 270 per day. Okay, well that might be a bit of an overkill. Let's kill the imports from Vichy France. See if that stabilizes or what it does. No, that actually puts us at a steady deficit. Well, there really isn't much that I can do other than import from them then. That just means we need more factories actually, guys. So let's just put up more of them for construction. Because we are paying more and more for imports. Not great in any sense of the word. Okay, for the days for the Montreal fighter. Fortress defenses, light and tight tank. So how are we doing with the production now? 1.2 per day. Oh, and we just finished the new equipment. Amazing, we got another research slot. Hip hip hooray. 3 air bases, heavy fighters. Light and medium aircraft. Okay, well, we were talking about getting these ones, didn't we? Division, motorized, mechanized. It doesn't. Turkish wolves. Well, these are nice, but at this point I really think we need to start going for joining the Axis, because you guys are waiting for that and we're already spending way too much time. So we can stop, for example, here and then decide whether or not we want something else before we go. So yet again, court of fascists, ultranationalism, return of the Ittihad, military junta, pride of the military, rabble nationalists, military politics, a new path. Great, new path. 60 days, 25 political power goes away, we lose 5% of political power gain, opposition party support is increased and social democratic support is decreased. Well, it is unfortunate, but it is necessary. Alright, so you can research Air Force and the Navy. When will the airport be done? In 29 days. I think we can just hold off until then and then put you on the research of the next model. And actually, well, do we have anything here that we wanted immediately? Because I think we're already researching all of you. Actually, we could do housing free. Adoption of modern vehicles and experience from our advancements in construction can be applied to make repairs vastly quicker. Alright, so we'll do that and put a U on the aircraft. Yes, we're gonna put you on that. Alright, that makes sense. A little bit more of a sense, anyway. Where do we deploy you? Where do we deploy? 489 men in reserve. That's crazy, but I guess Oh, and we're still bleeding out. Food. Awesome. The army is underfed and just sad all around. But hey, things are getting better as we speak. So next, our mountain infantry is gonna get the anti-tanks, support battalions. After that, we are gonna give them the light anti-tank battalions, and after that, oh, actually, we can start with this one, can't we? That ought to help a little bit. Oh god, we do not have enough manpower for that. I did not realize that. That's fun. Ah, that's fun. So manpower is gonna increase by 900 if we do this. Damn it, game. Well, I mean, housing free is gonna help with that, so... Alright then, let's give them the armored cars for now. Okay, and we're starting to suffer from lack of fuel. Why? What happened? Nothing happened, we just don't have fuel. Alright. Well, we need to address this. But excavation is gonna be a good way to go here. Can we import 10 from USA? Can we import 10 from... Yeah, we can import 10 from Mexico, and that's better. Food from Vichy France. Come on, mates, that's not what we discussed. That's why we were bleeding food a little bit. We need 90 days worth of fuel in stock. We had that. I think the trigger here is a little bit broken. But whatever. So stability is getting better, so is war support. We can be relatively happy about that. Okay, 100 anti-tanks. Okay, we get 10 army experience available. So that allows me to switch you guys to an armored car reconnaissance, which is gonna make you much better. And it doesn't change the manpower requirements at all. That's interesting. I thought that it would require less, but alright. So get that, my friends. You now have armored cars. The assassination of Leon Trotsky. Leon Trotsky, once the top lieutenant and heir presumptive of Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, died today in Mexico City Hospital. He was attacked in his home with an ice axe by a Spanish national believed to have been in an employ of the NKVD. After a failed power struggle with Joseph Stalin and his allies for control of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, Trotsky spent the 30s in exile living in Turkey, France, and Norway before finally settling in Mexico. He remained a constant critic of Stalin and the degenerated worker state of the Soviet Union. Okay, I'm actually gonna put you guys over here and just make a plan like this. Not that it, works or anything, but... Did you get your armored cars already? You did. Good. And we should still have a bunch of them. Yes, we still have a bunch of them in reserve. So we'll be able to go a little bit easy on the armored cars. Nice, we're producing exactly one per day. Because, one thing that I want to do is with you guys being here, we can also make you a little bit better. by giving the mountain support component, but you could get the desert support component, get the field hospitals, and so on. And we could make you like a new type of, 1941 division. That would make me relatively happy, but we would have to strictly switch you one by one to the new model, because we won't have enough equipment to do it for all of them at the same time. Jesus Christ, man, the uniforms, that's just insane. Okay, well, we got a little bit extra manpower now. Okay, it's getting better. We need 41k in stock. And we finished a factory. So now we have 6 factories working on the anti-tanks. We get 120. Again, the light anti-tanks are not gonna be a savior of the day, but once we get the newer model into the production, they're gonna give us at least a fighting chance against light and medium tanks. And you can see they are here. It's not something that we can take lightly. And once the war with Germany breaks out, I expect all these units to be moved away, and we're not going to be facing anyone anytime soon, hopefully. No, but it might get worse, as the time will go by. Well, anyway, Santander Fire. Firefighters from major cities across northern Spain have arrived at the city of Santander to assist local officials fight off one of the largest fires in Spain's history. Starting in the early morning yesterday, the inferno was triggered by abnormally strong winds and had engulfed most of the city's historical district. Thousands of residents have been displaced, and the renowned Santander Cathedral lay in ruin. Hundreds have been injured, but only one fatality has been reported. Although the fire has been mostly contained, embers are seen from across the horizon along the fire's path of destruction. And United States pursue nuclear technology. Following initial tests, the politicians of the United States have decided to direct American research towards the development of nuclear technology. Alright, and we're short on energy, but aren't we finishing? Yes, in 15 days we're gonna finish that. Good. That's gonna give us a little bit of a breathing room, but I guess another power plant is in order. Can't really ignore that. And that extra military factory that will come next is going to be put on the multi-role fighter. The 1946 model is going to be called Akinji. We're going to put that one to production as the first one that we have. It's not going to be amazing. It's not going to be anything near that. But it's going to be ours. And we're going to like it. I mean, the differences are quite significant between, the models, but considering everything, we will be lucky to have any. As I mentioned before, Turkey historically didn't have any tank or aircraft production of its own. They were mostly, they had a large army, but it was ill-equipped, not mechanized, didn't have any armor or, stuff like that. So, if Turkey was invaded, it would really be destroyed pretty quickly by the forces of Germany, because they were mechanized and had armor. It would be disastrous, but they had almost 1.5 million men in service, which is vastly more than we have. About 2.5 times more. So that is something that we need to keep in mind. But housing is going to help us yet again. This one gives us 0.1 again, right? Yes, and it will give us 0.2. So that is the difference. And as our stability and war support goes up, we will eventually be able to switch to newer models. What the hell is up with the food? Do they also run out of food? Because it really looks like nobody has food. I mean, as the armies grow and everything, I can understand that. We have been struggling too. But Jesus Christ. Alright, so here is our first motorol. What is this? Alright, so you can get max speed and agility. Production efficiency gain. Yes, we want that one. And reliability would be good too. So let's have a look at the aircraft. We're just gonna put you into production immediately. Now it's 11 days. It's gonna cost us quite a lot, but let's put you down. The reliability bonus would be good. So, the Motorola Fighter 1946. My god, we have a lot of options here. What to do with it. And we also have a lot of air experience. So first of all, I'm going to rename you to Hanger 46 Kinji. And what can we do with you? Engine. More. Because I would like to spend a little bit on you when we're gonna start producing you. Drop tank. Oh, we can do that. Light cannons. Also agility and speed. No, we're not gonna be using you for a ground attack. Canopy, airborne radar, engine, range, air attack, agility. The differences are extremely low though. Ammo capacity. Ammo capacity is good. Maintenance would be good. Increase the reliability. Air speed, air attack. Airframe. Air defense, agility, reliability, max speed. Question is, do we want to invest in this one or do we want to... Oh, actually, our... Over at max, actually. Huh. Well, nearly at max. Alright, so not investing now means... 70. Be going in 1 every 10 days. So in 100 days, it's gonna be 10. Well, burning is significant. I think, yeah, maintenance is giving us the most. Okay, let's go like this. We're gonna increase the ammo capacity. Well, on the other hand, no, because in 219 days we won't be able to get enough of these, you know, to make any kind of difference. But just to give you an idea, they cost 23.3. You cost 8. So if we have 5 factories on it, we're gonna build one every 4 days. And that just means it's not gonna be great. But we'll do our best. Wait, do we have... Oh yeah, we do have you guys. We need aluminum engine. We also have and steel. Do we have aluminum? We have a little bit of aluminum. So alright. Alright, not great. Nowhere near great. Nowhere near vicinity of great. But we'll get there. Lack of power. I wish you didn't have your units here. Especially the ones with the tanks. But hopefully those are not... I mean, these are mountains, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, you're not. You're plains. Yeah, this is the pass. That is the painful place. You know, if they attack us here, that's gonna cause us a lot of issues. But they would have to cross a river. I mean, we will also have to cross a river. You know, so it's not like... steep planning was 19%. That's not great. Not great at all. Like, we are, you know, just skimming the bottom here. Okay, Germany is probably preparing for Barbarossa already. New path. Then it's gonna be much faster, right? Yes. 45, 45, 30, 30, 30. Okay, advanced power grid fixed some of our issues. Wood fire engines. I mean, fuel gain per oil would be pretty good, I think. We're gaining 491. It's a relatively cheap one, but we wanted excavation because I think that's still more valuable. We're gonna get a decent bonus. But we also wanted the heavy arc loading. Power plant construction speed, power plant production capacity. How many do we have? Does it tell me? From advanced base? Do we have like 2? No. No, it doesn't show me, just as firm. You're not thermal plant, are you? No, you're just a... Oh yeah, you are a thermal... Ah, okay, you are a thermal power plant. So we have what? 10? 11. We got 11 and we're gonna put the 12th. So definitely it makes more sense to get more production, 6 extra% at this point. Alright, so the next batch of research is gonna go to these. We need heavy arc boarding, excavation, power plant, retrofit, and oil refining. So let's start with the one that's the most painful for us at this point, which I think... Honestly, let's go with the... No, heavy arc welding. Once you guys will be finished, you're gonna be switched to those two. Yeah, assembly line is gonna... Yeah, you guys will be done soon, so we'll switch them then. Okay, fuel is gone. You know, have you guys switched? I'm gonna just put the light anti-tank out there already. Because I want to have it there. It's gonna tell me that we don't have enough manpower. But that is fine. I'm doing this because I really need to get this special forces ratio down below 100%. Okay, so you guys need... Yeah, they will not get enough people, but housing free, coming to you, coming to a theater near you. Okay, and actually it was enough. We had enough light anti-tank available. And that is something that we can be happy about. Support equipment, get almost 2,000. Machine guns, nice, getting better. I don't really feel comfortable stealing the factories, but we might have to do one here. Kind of concerned that aircraft do not use rubber. I was expecting them to need at least a point. How much do you need per each? 3, 2, and 2. Jesus Christ. So we cannot feed more than one factory anyway. Unless we start importing aluminum. That's great. And I shouldn't have picked this, I should have picked energy. Alright, well, change of plans. Let's go like this, because we need these finished. Winter heating is done. No longer needed. So let's end this when we get the light anti-tank. That sounds like a good place to end it. That's gonna be a nice upgrade to our guns. It's gonna be also like an absolute killer of production. How much manpower are we missing? think I can see it on the reinforcements page, can I? Yes, here. We need... Okay, 2,100 men. 4 months. Without any additional need. I actually think that... That's just my conjecture, but I think that your manpower should be modified by war support. And Greece has capitulated. And they fought long and hard. Good on them. Alright. So, a new path. Now we need to get military politics. Alright. I'm so afraid that I'm gonna do something wrong here. Join the Axis, Ittihad Generals, Court of Fascists, Ultranationalism, Return of the Ittihad, right? Yes. And then you go up, and yes, military politics. Changing political landscape. Kemalist officers. Political power gain further lowered. Jesus Christ. So what's the current... Japa is getting 0.12. Fascists are not getting anything still. Yusufik Medbayur. Interesting. What is gonna change? It is going to change very rapidly and very soon. Don't you worry, it will change. But I think we will not be able to join before Barbarossa, just on the basis this thing that it requires. What was it? I missed that before. More than 50% support. It's actually really crazy because fascism support plus 0.4, 0.04. Oh god. And stability was 25. So 5.06. Okay, let me get... Oh, but that's after the fascists. Yeah, we'll probably need to start some kind of extra campaign for ourselves. Because this is a little bit crazy. Okay, we finished up something. We can put here another... Okay, we got 2. Why just... We were supposed to get extra 1 here. Get me that 1 more Zafar. It doesn't make sense without it. Insufficient resources, steel. And light anti-tank. So, as my last thing today, we are going to look at an improved light artillery upgrade. Developing lightweight artillery capable of being broken down for transport will make it possible to bring artillery support to areas previously difficult to reach. Bonus to pack and light artillery. And we are going to go ahead and rename the light anti-tank to... Where is it? Where is it the name? Yes, here. I choose the weirdest, most difficult name. So this is... Oh, it doesn't even tell me what the... Okay, let's call it 40mm. 40mm anti-tank. Sadil Bahir. And we're gonna put you instead of the current one. Where are you, Saduba, here? What's the difference? Okay, so you have 1.5, you have 1.5, soft attack 2, you get 2.5, you get hard attack 6, you get 8.5, piercing 18, you get 27. Okay, we need 144 to be upgraded, but it's going to be good. And yeah, we don't have any experience anyway to upgrade you, but it is a distinct possibility for the future. Yes. All right, so thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode. We are on our way to fascism.